All that stands between me and finishing this challenge is an 11-year-old girl with more facial hair than me. This is going to be the toughest boss fight in the whole series, so I did a time rift to get warmed up. Not that it's going to matter the slightest, but I was ready. I was ready to beat up a small child with cosmic time powers. No point in delaying the inevitable ass whooping I'm about to get. Let's go. As soon as I landed, my intrusive thoughts won. I don't know why my first instinct was I need to run down this hill and jump into lava. Looking back, this was probably a fight or flight response. Once I got my ticket, there was only one thing left to do. You can go around and talk to some of the characters from earlier parts in the game. Everyone is here. The Mafia boss, Snatcher, the Crows, the Conductor, this guy, and DJ Grooves. It was really cool to get a little pep talk with everyone before taking on the Gauntlet. Oh, the Gauntlet, this little old thing, hardly even a challenge. I have honed my skills for 4 entire episodes now. I am practically a pro by this point. Check these sweet moves out. Impressive, I know. I did die that one time, but other than that, I did actually get through this easily. Before I knew it, it was time. Mustache Girl! I'm here to, do stuff relating to the story. I wasn't really paying attention, but I'm gonna kick your ass! Wait, hold on. I'm having explosive diarrhea. Give me a second. Yeah, guys, we beat the series! Woo! Wow, you know, that was a really tough game. For real this time. Let's do this. Yeah, this is gonna be rough. Oh, thank God that guy's dead, though, you know? would have been real tough. Phase 1 of the fight goes like this. Mustache Girl will always start with a teleporting punch attack. After that, it's randomly chosen what attack she uses. Most of them aren't too bad once you get the hang of it. Pretty much everything in Phase 1 can be solved with time stop and an umbrella swing. Before we go into Phase 2, if you have epilepsy or anything where crazy lights and visuals bother you, just stop watching this video. You're going to be looking at some hyper backgrounds for a while. Phase 2 starts the same way with the anime disappearing punch thing, except now it's faster. She also has lasers, and fun fact, they hurt you if you walk into them. If you die at any point, it's back to Phase 1. I found that out the hard way. I also found out that if you dive during Mustache Girl's dive, then Hat Kid becomes an intercontinental ballistic missile. This led me to the first glitch I experienced during this torment. She was just invisible. But the game sure didn't think anything was wrong. I got killed by the ghost of Mustache Past after she decided to respawn. I was starting to get used to how phases 1 and 2 worked, and I made it to phase 3. The problem is that Mustache Girl moves too quickly for you to catch up, even with sprinting and time stopping. The only logical solution here is to make a giant ball of dudes and kick them like a soccer ball. Sometimes the ball won't hit her because she's out of bounds, but overall, this part isn't the hardest. Phase 4. Give it up for Phase 4. Now she's got a shield. We'll come back to this part in a second, but first, I gotta tell you guys about the sponsor of today's video, Unrelenting Hatred. Are you tired of being happy? Then let me introduce you to the Damageless Video Game Challenge. For only the small cost of your will to live, you too can experience the emotional version of appendicitis. Just listen to these glowing reviews. Try a Damageless challenge today. The bright side of all these deaths is that I'm getting back to Phase 4 frequently now. Picking up where we left off, she's got a shield. To break through, you need more help from the crowd. Why did it have to be these? You use the explosive apples to break the shield, then just swing like normal. This goes on for a long time. Finally, I had made it to Phase 5, the final push. After 2 hours of struggling, I had reached the last leg of the race. Everything has been leading to this decisive moment. Come on, Hat Kid, finish this once and for all. I have never been this devastated by a video game. I didn't even want to play anymore. There wasn't a single thing that made me want to keep going. Yet I picked my controller back up. I went back in that throne room, and I tried again. There's a thing called flow state, which is where you get so fixated on one thing that you ignore everything else. I had whatever the angry version of that is. I didn't care about the challenge. I didn't care about the video. I didn't care that it was 3 a.m. I was going to win. For the next hour, I kept trying. I only made it to phase 5 twice, and it ended the same way both times. The longest I survived in phase 5 wasn't even 30 seconds. No matter what I did, I just couldn't win. Maybe this challenge doesn't have a happy ending. Maybe I lose. I had gotten better at the rest of the fight by now. Time stopped right away at the start and you can get a free hit in. Stay in the air but close during phase 2. You can use the sprint hat to make life a lot easier during phase 3, but be patient so you don't go straight into a beam. You actually don't even need to hit her shield to break it. The apple just needs to detonate. All of that will get you to phase 5. For what I'm about to do next, I'd like to show you what I was thinking during this.
Do you ever look at someone and wonder what is going on inside their head?
Nothing. There was nothing in my head. Like I said, angry flow state. I was not doing well. In a way, I lost this challenge. I took damage, simple as that. But I also recognize that I will never, ever be able to do phase 5 without getting hit. I mean, just look at this. How on earth are you supposed to do this without taking damage? In a weird twist, I almost feel like this is how it should end. For as many times as I bent the rules, what's one more? And to be entirely honest, it was really nice to cut loose and just have a full speed farewell to the challenge. Be mad at me if you want, but I have a child to obliterate with the power of time itself. It's over. We finally did it. Wait, hold on. Let me put my badge back on. We have beaten a hat in time without taking damage! Except for that one time we did. Woo! Here comes my big series ending speech, so get ready. Well, what did I learn from countless hours of suffering? I learned that I'm really bad at video games. But I also learned that I love this game even more than I thought I did. There have been some high highs and some low lows during this challenge. A lot of times I wanted to just quit and do literally anything else. But we hung in there and finished on brand with one last rule bend. For those of you who are ready to type out strong-worded comments about the ending, hold off just a little while longer. I fully plan on at least trying Death Wish. I want to beat all the hard versions of the bosses, but you're gonna have to give me some recovery time. For now, this is the end. Thank you so much for joining me on this train wreck of a challenge. I've been Derek Stainless, and I'll see you next time. I got one last thing to say to you guys.